Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Radiance Collective. Hope everyone's having a great day. I am glad to be back. Back live with everyone. We'll get started here in just a second. All right. Yep. All right. You have to excuse me. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. I appreciate everyone who has stayed plugged into the Radiance Collective. I haven't been able to join live for the last couple of weeks, but I wanted to make sure our momentum kept going. So I did make sure that the Radiance Collective continued to breathe life. And I appreciate everyone who continued to join. And I'm back. I'm back from my trip, and all is well. All is well. So let's go ahead and get started. So I wanted to talk tonight. I know that we just celebrated Valentine's Day. And for those of us who are aware of the 12 powers of man, as taught by Charles Fillmore, who is the founder of Unity, a religious movement here in the United States and abroad, we celebrate love during the month of February. And so as I was thinking about that, I was thinking about how the world has been talking about love, and you know, it's a time of like flowers and romance and partnerships and grand gestures, and all lovely, wonderful things. But tonight I want us to look in a different direction. What if the most important love story in your life is the one that you may not be prioritizing? So Jesus was asked, what is the greatest commandment? And Jesus' response was, love God, love your neighbor as yourself. So a lot of us, we spend a lot of time trying to love God more, right? How can I show God more love, more praise? Or we try to love each other more. We give more of ourselves than we may give to others or give to ourselves. We pour all of our love into our children, into our pets, into our parents, into our nieces and nephews. We pour all of that love out into others. But we rarely stop to ask, do I actually love myself? That's a question. Do you actually love yourself? Or have I been tolerating myself? Managing myself? Definitely criticizing myself. But it's a good question to ask. Do I really love myself? That's something we're going to clear tonight. We're going to clear the way for that tonight. Because if I cannot sit with myself in peace, then I struggle to sit with God in peace. If I am at war with myself, I bring that war to my relationships. And so tonight isn't about being more lovable. because you couldn't be more lovable. It's about agreeing with the love that already exists. So that's what we're going to do tonight. So when Jesus was asked that question, what is the greatest commandment? And he didn't say, love your neighbors instead of yourself. He didn't say, love your neighbors, but make sure that you fix yourself first. There was no caveat. The assumption is that you love yourself. That you love yourself. That implies that there is a worth that already is there. And that it doesn't have to be earned. And we all know that God dwells within each and every one of us. There's a God seed within each and every one of us. And within that God seed is love. And we just have to remember to tap into it and allow it to flow through us, for us. And that way it can flow more freely through us. So I know that when I think about self-love, I sometimes have had the thoughts and I've had to battle with, gosh, if you knew some of the things that I have done, you wouldn't be wondering why I'm struggling accepting all of me, right? We've all probably had those things that we feel shame about, that we feel guilt about, or we've heard some words from people in our lives, right, that have said some things that have made us think that we're not worthy of love. And tonight we're going to tap into the truth that there is nothing that will make you unworthy of God's love, and therefore there should be no barrier to you loving yourself. Because if we say we want to love as God loves, then that means we love ourselves. Because God loves us. You are here for a purpose, for a reason. No mistakes. So we are going to tap into this love that dwells within us. We want to open up the floodgates. It's like it's stored in a reservoir. And it has all these gates around it, keeping it contained. And tonight we want to lift up those gates and allow the love to just flow all throughout our bodies. Because once it flows all the way throughout and heals us completely, then just think about what we can do for the rest of the world. For those that you encounter every day, your loved one, your child, your husband, your wife, your partner, your nieces, your nephews, your cousins, whoever. That's what we're going to do tonight. I'm excited. So, what I'd like for us to do is get comfortable. Get into a comfortable seated position, or you could lay down if you like. Don't fall asleep. Get in a relaxed position. But what I'd like for us to do before we go into our meditation is tap on your heart. Tap on your heart and say, open, open, open. Open, open, open. Open, open, open. Open, open, open. You can place your hands in your lap. Take a deep breath in. Out. In. Out. In. And out. See a white light hovering above your head. It's a white disc of light. And see that disc move down over your head, over your scalp. That light flows over your face. Just relaxing everything it touches. This light continues to flow down your throat and your neck. Flows into your shoulders, your upper back, and your chest just relaxes. Your biceps, your triceps, your arms. Relax. That light moves to your elbows and your forearms. Your wrists, your hands, and your fingers. So relaxed. They feel weightless. This light continues to move down to your abdomen and your lower back. Just releasing any tension. Releasing tension in your glutes, your hips. Just relax. In our legs, our thighs, and our hamstrings. Knees, release whatever tension is there. Your thighs, your calves, and your shins. Ankles, feet, and toes. You are completely relaxed. Completely at ease. So I want you to see that reservoir, this beautiful pink lake. It's a beautiful pink lake. It is all the love that you possess. And you know that it is an endless reservoir. You know this because you give out your love to others, and there's always more to come back to. But what we want to do today is to identify those things that may be preventing the love to flow to ourselves. And we will see that once we expose those things to the beautiful, beautiful light, this light we've been harnessing, this light we've been working with for these months, they just simply dissolve away. So if you see self-judgment, see it just dissolve away. Shame, see it just dissolve away. Criticism, see it just dissolve away. Guilt, see it just dissolve away. Whatever those blocks are for you, watch them dissolve. They are no more real than the mist that you see coming off of the grass in the morning. Now that we have removed those blocks, we see the waters, that reservoir of love, begin to move. We can feel it stirring within us. And those gates open and we begin to feel the love just flow throughout our entire bodies. Feel into that. Feel the warm rush of love moving across your body. Moving in every vein, every artery, every nerve ending, every cell. You are saturated in love. As you feel this love just rush over you, remind yourself, I am love. I am love. I am love. The greatest commandment says that you should love your neighbor as you love yourself. And we know that the world needs love right now. So if you can just increase the love you have for yourself by 10, that's much more that you can love your neighbor. Increase the love you have for yourself by 100. And you're making more room to send out more love out into the world. But it starts with me. This love, it fills you up, it gives you so much energy and joy. To know that this love is available to you always, at all times. So as we make our way back to the awareness of the room, back to our feet on the floor, our seats in our seats. You can wiggle your fingers and toes. And open your eyes. So take this love of yourself into the next week, into this coming week. Know that it is not a selfish thing to love on yourself. It is a requirement. As you open those floodgates and allow that reservoir of love to flow through you, it will not only flow to you, it will flow through you and out into the world. and out into those that you encounter. So remember that when you are loving yourself, you are loving in the same way that God loves. God loves you completely, unabashedly as you are. So it's okay for you to do the same. So as you go through this week, just say to yourself, I love the love in me. I love the love in me. Let that be your affirmation this week. Thank you for coming to the Radiance Collective. We're here every Sunday. Actually, I want to tell you something that you need to know. Starting next Sunday, we will be participating in Up Church, or Understanding Principles for Better Living Church is putting on a Lent event. And the Radiance Collective will be participating in that. So we'll actually move our Radiance Collective sessions to 7 p.m. Pacific time in order to join in with the Lent experience that will be taking place at Up Church. The Lent experience at Up Church is a 40-day experience where we celebrate and we take an opportunity to have a spiritual practice every day where we are delving into the Christ within. We're exploring that. We are going on this journey along with Jesus. And so I invite you to join us. If you want to join us on Sundays, you can join in the same way that you've always joined. You can subscribe to Divine Potential Unleashed, and you'll see the notification of when the meditations are coming. Or you can join the full Lent experience, and I will put the link to the registration in my show notes. If you want to join the full Lent experience, you can feel free to do that. It's $50 for the full 40 days. And you also get access for 1 month to the Upchurch Library, where they have a myriad of classes that they've taught over the years that you can have access to in a learn at your own leisure style learning. So next week we'll start with Lent, and we'll have a wonderful meditation to help us get into the spirit of this period that we share, where we dive into our spiritual practice. We delve into what are those things that we want to release and what are those things we want to pull in as we start off the year. A friend reminded me that this year Lent and the I don't know what you call it now. It's the Asian New Year. I may not be using the right term. I don't want to offend anyone, because I know it's more than just the Chinese that celebrate it, but the Asian New Year is at the same time. So it's a very, very potent time for new beginnings. And so I invite you all to join us next week for Lent. And I want to thank you for coming, and we will see you next Sunday. Thanks.